Welcome, Dr. Shane here. I wanted to take a minute and do another science bite, and today I wanted to do it on CBD, hemp oil, terpenes, and that whole emerging science as well as products. And I wanted to begin by maybe answering some questions that many of us have about these products and how do we choose them. So first of all, let's begin with how we started our project. We didn't jump into this market because we wanted to take our time and understand where the science was headed regarding these kinds of products. And we knew that there was some really amazing phytobotanical aspects to CBD and hemp and so on, but we wanted to study them first because there are so many options out there. So we actually began this project almost 2 years ago when we partnered with a laboratory in Colorado that performs an assay that it's essentially termed cell culture. It's where you take human cells, you grow them up, you challenge them, and then you see if products like CBD or like hemp or phytoterpenes, do they benefit the human cells? And that's what we did. The particular area we were focused on was the immune system. So we were able to grow up a number of cells that you find in the immune system. These are cells that help protect you from pathogens and allergies and other immunological threats. They also, when they over-respond or if they act badly, you can end up with these inflammatory responses as well as cytokine storms, and ultimately that could lead to the autoimmune issues. That's the cell lines we chose. And the first thing we did in this assay is to challenge these cells using an RNA. And an RNA is seen as a foreign invader. And so these cells would then elicit an enormous response. And you can monitor this through the experimentation showing that you had healthy cells, and now you have cells that are inflamed, they're aggravated, they're upset, they're trying to fend off this attack from the RNA. They see that as an RNA virus. And then, of course, we then started adding in ingredients like CBD, like other cannabidiols, like many various terpenes that we were interested in. And as we added them back to this cell culture assay, we started to find which ones would bring that response back down to normal, which ones would turn those immunological cells back into happy, healthy cells. That's how we created this new formula, and I'll show it to you here. So it was really designed clinically more than anything. We certainly were supported by other literature out there in the world, but we used a real cellular-based assay, a human cell assay, to dial in the ingredients that we knew could bring the immune cells back to a much more healthy status. That's really the clinical work behind this formula, and that's why we did this formula. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't receive additional benefits from this formula. Certainly CBD and hemp oil and the distillates and so on have other benefits regarding anxiety and stress and sleep and so on. Certainly these are additional benefits, but our focus in this case, and when you look at our label, we're directly targeting healthy immune responses. And we're gonna bring out a white paper shortly, another white paper, because we just got some more data back from Utah State where it shows that we have a dramatic improvement after these cells have been challenged, after this immune soup of cells has been challenged. They come right back down to normal, back to their happy place, which is exactly what we wanted. So we're really excited that we have a formula that using human cells, we can demonstrate its efficacy. And that's the reason why we love this product. We were able to work with by the way, we were able to work with a extract company in Nevada to gear our formula. So we know we've got great plant to start with that they're growing. We control the extraction process using critical fluid, and then finally we get our finished product. So we've had control over every step of the way to get to this hemp product. And I thought that's important to bring to you guys because the science behind this particular product is unique. It's probably one of the few products we have where we've run cell culture, human cell culture, to figure out how to design a product. It did take us 2 years, but it's a phenomenal product. Everybody's enjoying it. So if you ever have questions about where it came from, what it's good for, I hope this video answers those questions for you. Thanks.